It's 2014, bitches, and they said's back. Happy New Year's.
Oh,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Kiki.
Thank you. You too.
Happy New Year's, Dustin.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's, Courtney.
You said Eston or Dustin?
Dustin. So how was y'all's, we've been gone for a month now, actually, and how was y'all's break, the winter break?
Y'all's break.
How was y'all's break? Anything interesting, exciting, traumatic?
Oh.
I went home and found out my son, who's 21, got a girl pregnant over Thanksgiving dinner. I almost choked the shit out of him.
Oh my God. And you came on the show after Thanksgiving. Wow, you kept that in.
Because
Yeah, you told us right after the show, I think. Like after we were done filming. I think when we were cleaning up.
Yeah.
I think because I feel
I was
like
so
I'm not
pissed off.
shocked. Like,
I was pissed.
How did it go down? I mean, how did he tell you? What was it, like a Thanksgiving table? Or?
No, we were sitting downstairs in a den, and I brought my Galaxy, well, not the Galaxy, it was the Xbox 360,
okay.
and we were all playing it. All my brothers and sisters are in the house, and all of a sudden he says, "Attention, everyone, I have something to tell you." And I went, "Who in the fuck did you get pregnant?"
Oh.
At the same exact time, my sister said it. And he goes, "How'd you know?" I said, "Because you said attention, and you've never said that in your life.
Oh.
You can't pay attention at all. So now you're trying to get someone to go to attention? Hell no. You couldn't afford to fly here. I had to fly you here. What the hell are you having babies for?"
So now that it's been a month since that news, how's it now?
I've only talked to him on Facebook.
Oh, really? Did you talk before more than that
Yes, we talk at
Like-
least once a week on the phone.
on the phone?
Facebook. Because you can't be angry on Facebook. They'll report you.
Oh. Well, our producer Aaron knows that, so. Dustin, how was your break?
It was better than Kiki's. No, it was pretty good. I was working. It wasn't really a break.
Yeah.
My break is next week. I'm going to Mammoth for my best friend's bachelor party,
Oh, cool.
so I won't be here next week.
What's in
just so
Mammoth?
you guys know.
What's in Mammoth?
Snowboarding. Don't worry. We found a company that offers strippers in Mammoth.
Praise.
Oh, wow. Is there any snow up there, though? We haven't had any snow in a while.
They got some this week, but it's like half the mountain's open, but still like half the mountain of Mammoth is still much better than Big Bear anywhere down here. But
For all our viewers who do not live in San Diego, all two of you, we're in a bad drought right now, so it's just like almost
it's
nothing
crazy
happens.
because it's so cold and snowy everywhere outside of California.
Yeah,
And then California's just
like-
dry.
yeah. Stupid. Mammoth was like 2 years ago, got more snow than any other place in the United States.
So
Now they got nothing.
Mother Nature's making up the difference.
Yeah,
She's cheating you
apparently.
out of snow.
So what's happening at the bachelor party? Y'all got? Do you have like? How you have this set up?
Just snowboarding and drinking.
Snowboarding,
really.
drinking.
That's-
Yeah. It should be pretty fun.
Well, if there's second going on, it's what kind of?
That's a lie. It's a bachelor party with snowboarding and drinking. No strippers.
I still be found a company. that
Well, he
offers
just
strippers.
asked you.
They have to
and you
strip out of their
denied.
snowsuits.
Oh.
They're big pocket.
Show some more, Courtney. Show some more.
Sorry.
So are you saying that you would like to come to Mammoth?
Wow. Oh, wow.
I certainly would.
All right.
Show my tootsie.
No, I've never been in the snow before, like ever.
What?
Ever.
You never made snow angels?
Never. When I was little, maybe 3.
Never thrown a
It
snowball?
snowed one time. When I was like 3, but I don't remember.
Where did you grow up again?
It was snowed up in like Santa Clarita when I
Oh.
was like 3 years old.
Wow. It used to snow a lot in San Antonio, so I've seen snow here and there, but that sounds like a lot of fun. Snowboarding.
I love the snow.
I'm
strippers,
from Buffalo, New York.
alcohol.
I give a damn about snow. Never want to see it again other than television.
Oh, yeah.
We were in New York like 2 Januaries ago, but it was like 16 degrees, but it was not snowing.
Just cold.
Yeah.
How was your break?
Okay.
Okay.
It was boring. I didn't really do anything. Nothing really exciting.
Anything
Same
for
old thing.
Christmas?
Lots of, just family stuff.
You went up there for Christmas? Or?
Yeah, I visited. We go up to see my mom like on Christmas Day and stayed there for a few days.
Did the black man have a decorate?
That's Black Friday. he's done for the year. He's done his labor.
It was a long break for me. Trent was out of school, and of course, now that I had my Mondays off last week, we were able to get things done and a lot more. But my birthday was last week, and then my birthday party. I was busy shooting it, so I wanted to do it Friday, January 10th. You probably
Oh no,
working
I
at
was
Lips.
working.
I'm sure.
If you ain't paying me, baby, I'm not taking those days off. I need all my money now.
I'll be honest.
It was a lot of fun though. I'm 41, and
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. It was a lot of fun. What happened?
She's spilling water all over the place.
Spilling water.
She has a
I said
drinking
happy
problem.
birthday to you?
Yes, I saw that. HBD. Thank you.
HB. You people gotta learn to spell shit out.
I spelled it out. I didn't write HBD.
HBD, yo.
I wrote
Sounds
happy
like
birthday. Someone has sent me that message on my birthday. It says HBD. I'm like,
HBD. It's probably, that's probably Trent, because Trent, I always see him writing everyone's HBD, HBD, HBD. But he's got like 6,000 friends or something on Facebook, so he's always constantly, to every single porn star, he's HBD, HBD on their birthdays, because it's always someone's birthday. Sorry, babe, didn't mean to out you there.
porn stars need friends too.
Yes, they do.
They do. They need
Yeah, I mean,
So did you get some birthday sex?
Some birthday what?
Sex?
Well, let's go back to Trent's birthday, because
No, we were talking about your birthday. Did you have birthday sex?
Trent's birthday is the one that started everything. It was December 14th, and the way we did his birthday was we decided to have a tattoo party, and basically all that happened was he went down to the tattoo shop in Hillcrest, got his tattoo, and the rest of us just waited at the apartment drinking and eating. And once he got back, we started a bar crawl back up at number 1, and we just worked our way down, intending to go all the way down, 5th to University through number 1, Flicks, Hillcrest Brewery, Bourbon Street, Peck's. We got as far as Flicks, and that was it. Aaron didn't even make it to Flicks. He only
So you wanted me to come to that?
That was Trent's thing. That would have been that.
Oh,
that
good
would
God,
have.
I'd have died on fucking
I know
number
bar
1.
crawls. They're
I've never done one in my life. I've crawled from a bar, and they called me Nightcrawler.
I do it in Vegas. You go from hotel to hotel and get a drink at each one.
Yeah.
Because you can drink it while you're walking. So you're not like sitting there and like all of a sudden you've been at that bar for an hour. It's like, oh, I get a beer, walk, drink it on the street. That's the most fun part about Vegas. You get a drink outside.
Have y'all? So your break was culminated for until yesterday, Sunday, the 12th of January. Forever known
Oh
as.
no, he did not answer the question. Okay, back to you. Birthday sex.
we didn't forget.
Birthday sex.
We didn't forget. Oh my god.
That means no.
I am a lady.
You ain't no damn lady. I'm not even a damn lady.
Fake ass.
Oh,
like
it's- I
shoving
was-
things into it.
It was telling me about how anal sex goes. So yeah, you're not a lady at all. Lying.
That was.
Did you have
that
birthday
was
sex? Is
public
it yes
sex.
or no?
Let's just say someone got
Yes
a nice.
or no?
We got facials that day. It was. It was.
Is that birthday sex?
Yes, we had
Okay,
birthday
thank
sex.
you. You answered the
Gosh,
question.
yes. I don't really talk about my sex life.
That's why I stay so young.
It's not very. It's not very southern. We don't.
We're not in the South. We're in California.
What happens at Greyhound and the park. Stays at Greyhound and at the park. We don't.
Really?
Just like I wouldn't do a Greyhound here in California. So.
Really?
So. Now you almost got lost. Yeah, I need to collect myself now because it's awkward. Be back after this break.
Wow.
Okay, I'm back because that was traumatic, what y'all did to me.
Such a
How dare you.
liar.
I am not.
His nose was sweating
mean-
and everything.
Gay sex makes me nervous. You know what? Okay, here's my problem.
Wait.
Here's my problem. Here's my real problem. All right. It's just that I am not, I know I act all out there and loud and I can be pretty upfront and verbal with things that I want, but when it comes to being in the bedroom, I am very, like, it's impolite to, it's rude to ask.
But then sometimes you like just throw it out there.
But when you bring asses to
Well,
a show,
that's not
and
real.
Then you talk all that crazy shit in front of us, we're gonna get you
You
back.
talk about like, oh yeah, the fact that Texas is small penis.
And then you
does
kept
make
swinging
sense.
it at me. So that tells me you're ready for it.
It's like,
Don't bring asses and put in other people's faces unless you can take an ass
I
in your
am very
face.
shy. Like my birthday. well.
Getting in there.
That reminds me, have you heard about that Shave of the Month Club? They give you like new razors every
Shave
month.
Club?
Yeah, Dollar Shave Club. That's
something black people want to
because
use.
you gotta.
Julian's actually a part of that.
Oh,
The Dollar Shave Club.
I like that.
What
It
is
looks
it?
really
It's-
cool.
They send you new razors every month, and it's basically you can get it for $1, and it's like just a cheap little throwaway razor, or you can get it for $5. It's like one step up, and then like $8 the highest one. Either way, it's still cheaper than like
Buying those.
going to the store
the
and buying new
Knox and
razors.
stuff like that, yeah.
Because if you go get like I use like a Gillette razor.
Yeah.
Like getting it on its own is like $16, and then the refills.
Yeah.
They're only in like sizes either like 2 or like 10.
Yeah.
And the 10 one's like $40 or something
Yeah.
like that. And the
At
2's
Sam's
like
Club is where I get the
Yeah.
big ones. Yeah, it's like $40. That's amazing.
pain in the ass.
It is. So are you? Julian is. He does that, and
Julian's a member. I probably will sign up soon.
they
It's
just like recycling, right? Basically, you send it back and they send you a new
no, you
one.
throw it away.
Oh, it is disposable.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're all like you. And next month you get a new one. You throw it
What the
away.
hell would you send back and they're gonna sharpen it?
Well, I thought that's what I was wondering because I was like, well, what brought us to this topic is that some people like to be trimmed everywhere, and
Nair.
it'd be kind of nair. Ooh, yeah, but nair on certain places isn't,
I don't nair my sack. I shave that.
You don't want to nair your chode because nairing your chode that you have to like.
Burns.
I know, and then
You're
you
talking
rub it
about
all
being
day.
shy. And you're like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
But-
Naring a chode.
but everyone's got a chode, don't they? Wait, do girls have chodes? They do, don't they? That area, is that still called a chode?
What the hell is a choke?
It's
I've heard lots of.
A tank?
it's like right,
Words, but
right
That's a
there.
taint.
Is your mom watching?
Can you
Yes,
show
my
us,
mother
please?
probably. Well, now she's not. She got to. We record and put it on later.
What? Because your mom, apparently Kiki's mom really loves the show, and Kiki's
You a taint.
had a
It's
few-
right here.
underneath.
I do a lot in between your ass and your fucking whatever the hell you're fucking with.
Whatever you have.
That little space, the one that you love licked. Lick my taint.
Oh my god! You're sweating again.
Oh, see, this is my new golden shot.
So,
Your nose is sweating again.
all right.
Yeah, apparently not.
Well, so that's my only thing is I am a little shy on things like that. But when it comes to joking about it out here about that aren't really, you don't really know what I
Such
do.
A liar.
You don't.
These people now know you're a liar too.
I don't respond very
Welcome
well.
to the Liars Club.
Well, fine. So, on other things we were talking about on our break, we were talking about the Golden Globes that was on last night, and some people were complaining about the homophobic attacks by Jay Leno and Michael Douglas and Jared Leto.
Leto.
Jared Leto.
Jay Leno, yeah.
Poor
That big nose bastard was.
So Jared Leto, apparently was receiving his award and made the joke about wearing a prosthetic or not wearing a prosthetic in reference to his ass. And for those who don't know, he was winning an award for a movie in which he played a trans character. And what else? What were you saying about it?
I was
Courtney?
just saying that article that you sent us that was saying that person that I don't even know who that person is that was saying how offended they were by what he said about
The author
that
of
he-
the- yeah.
that he said that that Jared said he didn't wear a prosthetic whatever is right before he accepted his award. The person who presented the award, I think it was like the people who were presenting the presenter, like, oh, and here's blah blah blah, were
Yeah.
saying that person had used it, but don't. I he's a prosthetic and that like whatever. And so then he was playing off of that joke. It was like an earlier joke, but the article doesn't mention that earlier joke.
Right.
So.
And his comment was he doesn't use any prosthetics in this film. That tiny little Brazilian bubble butt was all mine.
That's
And
kind of hot.
and it was a very transformative role. I had to do a lot of things to prepare. One of the things I did was wax my entire body, including my eyebrows. Leto said to the audience's laughter, and apparently that was taken as anti-trans.
I just don't like,
I don't.
especially with the title of the article saying like his attack on the trans community. I'm like, and when I read it, I'm like, oh god, like, because I really do, I like Jared Leto, so I'm like, oh, what did he say? Like, this
When I
sucks
read
that
it,
he
I
did this.
didn't get offended.
And I
at
read it,
all.
I'm like,
What did he say wrong?
it's not even close to like, he's just making a joke that like he doesn't like wax his body, and he had to wax his body and his eyebrows, and he has a butt. Like, I don't get the point where it's offensive. Like, literally in the least. Like,
So who is the person that said it was offensive?
The author of the Salon article, Daniel D'Addario, I guess he's just the reporter that was reporting on it.
What's the article? What website's the article on?
Salon, salon.com. Jared Leto and Michael Douglas's homophobic Golden Globes speech
I
is
say
the title.
we should go into that guy's previous articles, and we could probably find one or two other cases.
And I'll start some shit with him. I was offended that you said something about black people.
I didn't see anybody else saying anything
About that.
at all.
I mean, there's probably other people, because there's always someone, you know what I mean,
Yeah,
who's offended
but-
by literally anything that you say.
But not enough to like cause a big stir. Like
Yeah.
Right, and then when Michael Douglas won his award for his role in Candelabria is how you say it, which was the Behind the Candelabria, which was a biopic on Liberace and his partner. And I guess he had made a strange comment, kind of mocking in a sense the people were getting at. But again, I didn't get that either from the way that the article was reading. I just think it seemed to me like people were looking.
Yeah, which is funny because even like when the way the article presents it, like
Mm-hmm.
Courtney said, it leaves out things, but you still read it like from the perspective of him making it seem like an attack, and you read it and you're like, this is not.
Because you're led into that by the title, first off. I
Yeah.
mean, the title's like, this is what you're about to read, and
You're
these
reading
are-
it, even though he's trying to make them seem like he's trying to villainize them, and you don't get it. It doesn't even come across because they didn't do anything.
So, so I mean, so you say, being our trans member of the panel, that
I just read it because I was asleep
Uh-huh.
during the Golden Globes. I had some chicken.
oh yes,
I went to Red Wing and had some chicken, and I went to sleep.
and had more chicken.
Well, no, I woke up in the middle of the night and I go get more.
So apparently,
I
Kiki's
eat
sleep
all
eating.
night. I don't sleep eat. I walk and my eyes are open. I know what the hell I'm doing. You got to work the microwave. I like to walk and eat.
I've seen people sleep eat without knowing that they're working the microwave, driving around.
But you're not crazy.
There's people that do that in their sleep.
I just try to shake crumbs in the bed so Howard wakes up with crumbs all over him.
Like
Give it,
Hansel and
eat it,
Gretel.
man. Crumbs. Shake cookies over.
Yeah, I guess in this sense that I guess we are making a little bit bigger deal than we need to be on things like that. Like save it for something that's like a real controversy,
Yeah,
I guess.
I mean, like both of them, like did movies that I feel like are very pro the gay community, and someone from the community is trying to then tear them down for winning awards for those movies.
Right.
Like, I don't know. It just really.
We're gonna get in trouble for talking about people. Shit. Fuck.
Well, what about the fact so you were asleep? I saw a little bit. You saw most of it?
I saw most of it until our electricity went out 15 minutes before it was
That's
over.
right. I saw you posted on Facebook. It's like
And
just had gone
that
out.
is Johnny
Which is-
Depp. Ah.
Oh, he was probably crazy.
So, what about the KFC girl?
KFC girl.
I can't say her name. Precious. Precious. KFC. I forgot.
I was like, what are you talking about? Is that what you call her?
What she was running with the KFC thing, you know.
Yeah, I know that, but I don't refer to her as the KFC.
Well, I can't say her name. Well, how do you say it? How do you say it?
I don't know. I'll say the big fat black girl who played Precious.
See, thank you. You just saved me. All right, so
She is big and fat. I'm sorry.
Gibido. God, it's making me stutter. Gabori Sibidon. Cinnabon.
Oh,
Cinnabon.
She from Africa or something.
Gabori Cinnabon.
You want to name
Apparently
people
she
to spell it. You can't accept an award.
So she was out there saying, she did something that was pretty cool because, making light of her weight, of course, and the way
I love it.
people attack her all the time because, they
She's
got
a
nothing
gorgeous
better
girl.
to do.
She's
She
got a
is.
great personality. I sleep with her.
How would that go?
I don't know. I just pick up something and roll on in there. My mother's
What did she
watching.
do? What did she do?
I don't remember. She did something. I can't remember now.
Okay, so
I'm
everybody
caught off
was
guard.
bashing her online because they said that her dress was unflattering and she shouldn't have worn it. It was like this white
That is terrible.
dress, and they were just saying that she looked fat and all that stuff. And she tweeted. Do you have the tweet that she?
No.
No. So what did the tweet say? It said like, "Oh, to everybody bashing my pictures from the Golden Globes tonight. Sorry, I'm gonna get on my private jet now and go to my dream job or whatever." Something like that.
That's how you treat
Yeah.
them. That's how you do it,
Something like
bitch.
that was
Yeah.
basically-
She said, I'll be sure to cry about it
Yeah.
when I'm on my private jet.
Yeah.
On my way to my dream job.
And then it was like hashtag UK or something like that.
That's a good girl. I love you for that.
I did hashtag. I was doing JK. I was like J. I'm sorry. Hashtag. That's
What?
Really?
Did you see
I
that
am
SNL?
old as
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
When was that?
SNL, it was just Jimmy Fallon and
Oh
Jeff
yeah,
Taylor,
yeah,
Jimmy
yeah,
Fallon
yeah,
show.
yeah. Okay. That's what you're right.
Hashtag Mondays.
Yeah. That's
What
right.
the hell is a hashtag anyway?
Hashtag.
You can't go to the website when you write that hashtag shit, so why even put it on there? Hashtag suck my dick. There's no website.
If you look it up, like on Twitter, if you hit like the hashtag though, it'll bring up all the tweets that also use that hashtag.
So it's like
I don't
It's like a
tweet.
topic.
Yeah, a topic.
You realize I'm old as shit. I don't
You're
tweet.
not old as shit.
To me, I am. Girl,
You're
it's
on
a-
You're on Instagram. You do it on Instagram?
No. And if you go on Vine, you'll see my son, Jerome Nixon, twerking. And a thong. And a thong.
Really? I want to see this. We'll post it on the They Said
No, you
page
will
and we
not.
can find it. So keep an eye on our Facebook page.
So
and
you know it's been a very interesting
I'm
thing
getting a
to
new
me.
computer, so I'll put you and him together side by side, and we'll have like a twerking contest.
I won't be twerking.
No,
You don't twerk?
I'll be jerking.
you don't twerk at work,
No, I don't twerk. What the hell? I'm not Miley Cyrus.
and it's supposed to help with gratuity.
Twerk.
Oh, you bring up that conversation right now?
We will be when we come back from break. So
Really? That's how you want to hit it?
so we're back.
Hashtag Snapchats.
Celebrate.
So much fun here. So as we were leaving, we had touched briefly on gratuity, service industry, and of course, three of us here on this panel are in the service industry. Courtney, of course, being our educator.
Teacher.
And
Hashtag teacher.
hashtag.
Come on, definitely. You're doing it everywhere now. Hashtag.
And there's recent changes coming up. I don't know if it's just California.
It was
No,
California.
no,
it?
it's not just California. Because they have to start paying Georgia and all the places who got their
Okay.
tips. They have to start paying the minimum wage. Waiters and waitresses in other states didn't have to get paid minimum wage.
Right.
They got just their tips.
For those who don't know, in California and in many states, servers, bartenders, those who are in the service industry and work off of gratuity do get paid the minimum wage of that state. But there are some states out there that do not pay the minimum wage, like Texas, Virginia, and what did you say?
Florida.
Florida, and like in Texas,
Arizona.
it's $2.70 an hour. If you're, they can pay you as low as $2.70 an hour as a server, as long as your tips make up the difference to what you would make if you were getting paid minimum wage, which is crap really still. But in California, it's a little better than that. Our minimum wage here is $8 an hour, so you get that plus the tips, which, believe it or not, is still pretty rough here because our cost of living here, you'd have to be making at least $13 to $14 an hour just to live comfortably without, too much stress and all that. So the new law going into effect says that if you notate gratuity on your tab automatically, you will be taxed. The server is taxed that amount when they're
And if they pay full price in credit card.
right when they do their end of year taxes. So like for instance, when you tip a pizza delivery boy who comes over in cash, he doesn't necessarily have to report that. He doesn't get taxed on that. However, if you tip the pizza delivery boy with a credit card, that's tractable. At this point, we know, the company knows how much he got in tips. Therefore, the government knows how much he got in tips, and he's going to get taxed that
He
amount.
will not get the tips until he gets his paycheck, because it will be in your paycheck from that point on.
And that's where I'm confused because we don't do that.
Well, you will be.
It's not required by law to do that part. That part is not required.
That's just that's a company by company
I guess
basis.
we're doing it.
Yeah.
Because the company has to claim the tips legally,
Right.
so they can hold them until they claim them and then make it go through that process to you, or you can get them and they can still claim them. That's their options.
Well, anyway, I think it sucks. Especially for drag queens, because you can buy stockings, hip pads, wigs done.
Well, you can itemize that, can't you?
Yeah, at the end of the year, shit.
Right.
By then, I done paid for every damn thing.
We get it all back. But okay.
There's a certain amount you can claim.
Really?
Yeah, there's a maximum on everything.
Oh well, I don't know that. My husband's
You know how
not
much money I
through with
spent
his
on a pair of
accounting
tights?
degree,
Tights are $5 a pair,
but
just to hold your penis in place.
but that's I mean that's it does suck in that sense because if you're working, if everyone pays you in credit cards, let's say if you made $100-200 in tips that night and it was all on credit card, you're automatically going to get taxed for that and that.
And you ain't got no gas money to go home with.
But
Come get me. I'm stuck.
But what do you guys think about when people? Let's bring it to the customer part of it though. Have you ever had a situation where you didn't get a good tip or tip at all?
Yeah, Friday.
Oh,
Friday, I had a party of 20 people,
20.
and I got a $5 tip because they couldn't collect enough money from the people to pay the bill. So the law sucks. So now who's going to take care of me?
Wait. So they're trying to say they're going to charge you gratuity. They're still going to tax you on gratuity for what was placed on that tab, even though they didn't pay it?
No.
No,
If
you
I autogratted it,
Right.
that means they have to pay it. If I do not autograt it, they don't have to pay it. They can tip whatever the hell they want to. So they chose to give me $5, and the bill was $675.14.
That should have been $120.
And I went home at 5. So I said, forget the service industry. When enough people
sucks.
start leaving,
Yeah.
they're going to have a robot do my job. You can't get on stage and perform.
So is it really the autograph for any number? Because I know they did it for those restaurants that were doing it automatically without a...
It's if you use an autograph.
We have a button that you push, 20%,
Right.
minimum gratuity of parties of 6 or more.
Right.
So now they say if you push that button,
Right.
you're taxed on it.
If they pay it though, they said to pay it because a customer can still say I'm not paying this, and then you have another situation.
You take that one because it says it on the
Right.
bottom. When they make the reservations, they're told parties of 6 or more have an automatic gratuity
Right.
put on their checks. So we cut a lot of that red tape out, and I would chase you down the street in a pair of heels if I don't get my tip. Now I can't chase you because then I just like a crazy tranny running down the street. Oh, you didn't tip me, bitch.
Well, I was
But,
reading
you
in.
know, it's funny because you have to tip out your busboys, your bartenders, all this money, and then you wind up with nothing.
What percentage do you think you give out to everyone else?
22% to the bar. To the busboys. 10% to the bar. So that's 32.
Wow, that's big. We go no more than where I've managed and where I've been before in other restaurants. It was never more than 20% that went out.
And we have a
busser
person
got a
carries
piece of
our
that.
cocktails.
Bartender got a part of that. Food runner got a part of that. Kitchen got a part of that.
I go home with 65% of my tips after I tipped out everybody else.
Oh wow.
Do the bartenders here pool?
Bartenders, do they what?
Do they pool tips?
No, we don't pool tips here. Everyone gets their own, but they do tip out the bar backs 20%.
Right.
So
If they want more, do that.
if they would like to tip them out more, they can.
Yeah.
It's at least 20%, but they can. It's all on their how they choose to tip out them. That gets split up by hourly, like most places.
Yeah. There was one place that you bring up a good question because we're at my restaurant, we don't allow the auto gratuity at all. And I was a little bit on the fence about that because being a prior server myself, I kind of, when I had a six party or more, I was always with the auto gratuity. I was always going to make sure that was going to happen. But now that I've been in the industry now for about a good 15, almost 20 years, I've noticed that when servers don't do the auto gratuity and they kind of make the table aware, I'm not saying it happened in your case, but generally when they make the table aware, I didn't add the gratuity on, here's the amount, they generally meet the challenge and pay the
Unless
proper.
you get a group of black people. Don't get it twisted. I ain't lying. That's why I always over tip wherever the hell I go and I'm paying cash.
Well, it's not as bad as. Well, there was that one table I heard
I
about
just
at
said
Baja
something
Betty's.
hateful.
Someone went to Baja Betty's and they tipped in pesos.
I would have traded it in, honey. At least you got something.
So, what do you think about managers that chase after people who didn't leave a tip and question them?
I mean,
Well, that's one thing they should do because they need to know if their server were jacked up or you just were cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Because why would you want someone not coming back to your restaurant because your server was messed up?
Mm-hmm.
they chase them down the street though.
I chase them.
If they didn't, because they didn't leave a tip.
Yes.
I mean, if it happened, if you could talk to them inside, but if you chase them and then be like, hey, you didn't leave a tip for my employee, I feel like you're pushing that customer even further away. Most of the time when that happens, it's because the customer's an asshole and they just don't like tipping people. Every once in a while, it is because of bad service.
I think the manager always needs to find out regardless. Because at the end of the evening, someone can't go back and call a person.
Yeah.
You should catch them, not chase. Excuse me.
No,
excuse
yeah.
me. I mean, but they will answer the question honestly.
Yeah.
Because if you have a terrible server that doesn't deserve the tip, why would you want them working for you?
Right.
It's something
I'm
keep
going
in
to
mind.
chase you.
Okay.
In
Well-
my stilettos, I'm going to chase your
Through
ass.
the woods with a pack of hounds. It's my inclination to say you never question the tip. Period. As a manager, you never question
Because
the
you're
tip.
on salary.
But the
These
servers,
kids are living off of this money. The servers are living off of that tip money.
I get that, but trust me, servers make more than my salary when you add up
But
all
you're
the tips they
guaranteed
make.
yours.
Yeah, but
They are not.
But the thing is
But
that when
I
it comes down to business, though, you should. When I was younger and I was a manager before at a Mexican restaurant, I once went after someone who did not tip my servers, and I knew that my server was one of the best servers there was at that restaurant. He was doing an excellent job. My problem was that I was a bleeding heart person myself. So when the server came to me after that table had left, crying about, well, they didn't give me a tip, and they come here all the time, and da-da-da. They owned a business next door to the restaurant. So my dumb ass went out there after him and said, what's going on? You got your service right. We did everything right. How come you're not leaving my server a tip? It's probably one of the dumbest, biggest mistakes I ever made. It caused much more of a ruckus than
Because they work next door.
the $4. At that. I probably could have paid my server out of my own
You wouldn't want
pocket.
to piss over the fence on your neighbor's grass.
Well, that's
Yes, that
true.
was stupid. But I'm going to chase you down the street if you're down the street.
But I see this going on with other. I've seen this a couple times in the last couple of days.
Let's get together and turn service away. No service.
I don't know. What do you
Keep
think,
my
Courtney?
tip money.
Have you ever not left a tip?
Never.
He gets pissed off. My boyfriend gets pissed off on me because I leave too much.
You
I
have-
used to bartend and stuff, and we've talked about it. And we are always like good tippers. We always round up and stuff. And if I'm with somebody that's not tipping well, I will make up the difference for them because I'm like.
Howard's father's a cheap tipper. I leave the restaurant and I sneak back in and put more money in the damn thing. He had 13% ass.
I'm a good tipper personally, but I have left without giving a tip before. 100%.
Bad service.
Yeah.
Oh, like abysmal service. And I'm sorry, like that's where I do draw the line. And if you screw up 3 orders of food, if one person literally never got their drink, if like
Those things.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
you know,
like
Don't
and
sit
see,
next to me when I'm
I-
taking my order.
I
hate that.
think the best thing is
to go to
to write it down. You write down what the mistake was on their damn receipt.
Oh.
The receipt, I've always written it down and left at least a $5
Yes.
because I know that money goes to other people also. So I write down your mistakes and then that person learns from it.
Yeah.
They can't learn if they don't know what they did wrong. So you're not leaving a tip and not telling them what they did wrong. What they learn.
The worst to me though is when you go to places when you do have more than a 6 top. And we've gone for people's birthdays and stuff, and most of my friends are in the service industry. We're all really good tippers. And you go, and because they have that auto-grat on there, they barely pay attention to you. And that's the time when, like, having that on there is like, and then, I mean, there's those times where you do say something to manager, like, hey, just so you know, your server didn't even, like, check on us. Like, our bussers, like, got half of our stuff for us. Like, it's, as soon as they get that auto-grat, like, they just, not everyone. It's all on a case-to-case basis. There's great servers out there, there's mediocre servers, and there's terrible servers. But
I'm a bitchy server.
Really? Well, you're supposed to be. It's lips. But, I mean...
Bitch, what are you looking at? Take a
The
picture.
first time I went to lips, I had Justice Counts as my server. Woo, I fell in love with her ever since that time. She was a bitch. But I probably am the same way as you are, Dustin, with what you're saying. And I'm probably a little bit more extreme because I've seen Erin kind of like go, oh my God, here she goes again. I mean, the last place that happened with me and Erin, that place just shut down last week. So, but I sometimes think that maybe I hold a higher standard than I should for a lot of places. Because I guess because I'm a manager and I've been a server, and I don't think I expect anything more than what I would do as a server myself. So I kind of hold you. I mean, don't you feel that way when you go to a bar?
yeah, that's what you have to judge. You try to judge yourself on like your situation. And I get like people maybe have rough days and stuff and could go to work, but like you have to learn to leave that at the door when you go in to your job. Otherwise, you're not going to do your job correctly. Right? And no one's life is perfect. There's always going to be stuff going on. Just
Mine
do your
is.
job.
Stop it.
Okay.
So
We hashtagging.
we're hashtagging. Yeah, whenever you see us, make sure you're hashtagging HSSS for he said, she said, and they said sex. Is that what it says? They said. Are we
Hashtag
doing?
leave sex
Is this the last segment?
Yeah. We'll start our own hashtags over here.
Leave sex left.
Hashtag Lisa.
I'll read it like this.
Hashtag Sway Templar.
Oh my God, that was laundry day last week too. I was like, oh,
Taint.
Hashtag Tank.
chode. I like that one better. Hashtag chode.
I've
Okay.
never heard that.
I need to look this up because up until this moment where you called it a chode, I've heard of it as a taint and a gooch. What I was told a chode is someone's, like, no joke, I've never looked it up, but I was told that a chode is a penis that is wider than it is long.
That's girth.
But
No,
no,
that's good.
that's describing.
That's describing.
That's what is, like,
I'm sorry.
That's what I was.
Find that.
That's what I was
This
told
is-
it showed.
this is not a
I've heard-
topic that
I've
I'm
heard gooch
familiar
and
with.
taint Before.
I've never heard that word before that you.
I've heard
This-
chode before, but
chode.
in that way. I
I
didn't think it was
thought he was talking about a
thing.
frog when he said it, and I heard toad. I kept hearing toad. What the hell's a toad, Jake? What are we toading? That's exactly what I thought you were saying, toad.
That's why he doesn't want to talk about his sex life. 'cause
Like,
Is it OAD, OD?
I think it's OAD. CHOAD.
CHOD.
Hashtag.
Hashtag
Never
chode.
written it
yeah,
out. I didn't-
that's what I
Chode.
Here we go. Definition.
A penis. A loser or undesirable person. An insulting name. The perineum.
The what?
The perineum.
Isn't that what you were talking about? That's
yeah.
you.
Is
What's-
that the technical term?
Perineum.
Chode, usually penis. Penis wider than it is long, or the area between the penis and the anus.
Oh, both right.
Wow. That's
You got two
amazing.
different meanings for two
Thank
different
you for
areas.
finding that, Aaron.
That's some crazy shit.
That is crazy shit.
Hashtag crazy.
Hashtag chode. CHOAD.
It's time to go.
Yeah, so y'all got any events to talk about? Anything that's coming up as we wrap up?
Me and Ophelia bitchy bingo on Wednesday at Lips. It's funny. The bitch does country music.
And tip. Yeah, please tip.
And-
Yeah.
Oh, please tip your waitresses
In
cash.
And your pizza boy.
Leave your credit cards alone. Interest.
Uh,
I don't have any.
guys, nothing?
Working.
What's happening at your work?
I mean, January is kind of a. We just had all the holidays and everything. That we have a Vogue off tonight.
People want me
That's,
voting.
yeah, it's Strike a Pose Manic Monday night. We're
So
doing
you-
no cover from now on Manic Monday. Mondays are free, $2 wells still and everything, and it should be fun.
See, free people
And we should
and
have
$2
a
drinks.
pretty
They
good
gonna be
surprise for Mondays in March. But
You don't know what it is yet?
Cool. Well, at Dan Diego's, we have a Martin Luther King. Will be open for brunch. So if you're in the Bay Park area, please come by. We open at 10:30, and brunch will be over at 2.
Is that on Sunday?
Monday, Martin Luther King.
I
So-
don't know what day that is.
Monday. It's always
You think
Monday.
I got a
It's
calendar
always
in my
Monday, dear.
head?
I also want to bring up a Sweet Affair Dessert and Wine Social. It's a benefit for Being Alive San Diego HIV/AIDS Services. It's being held at the Joyce Beers Community Center here in Hillcrest, and it's on Thursday, January 30th at between 7 and 9 p.m. open to the public. So tickets are $25 pre-sale and $35 at the door. If you got any time, make that great special event and tell them they said
Hashtag.
sent you. Ophelia and producer Aaron will be what? Judging? Judges. Oh, they'll be judges.
What you
That's
judging?
funny. So,
Ophelia judging?
Ophelia judges all day every day.
Alright.
Now
Really?
she just has a little placard in front of her.
Hashtag black.
hashtag Ophelia Platt.
The judges.
So, thank you guys for joining us this week. We look forward to seeing you again next week. Please follow us on Facebook and also follow us at hsss.tv. HSSS.tv. Follow He Said, She Said, or They Said, and we'll see you next week. Good night.